Hey guys, welcome out to Pharaoh Iron and Customs. This is Michael. It's another Mazda update. Today I'm going to be shooting a 2K primer on the main part of the car. So what I've got is I've got a gallon of its American Concepts urethane 2K primer. It was relatively inexpensive. We're going to try this out. You know, as always, we're trying to do things on a budget. And this is a primer that mixes 4 to 1. A couple of tips I picked up, and I need to set the can up. When you're mixing paint or primer out of a can, I saw this on Mike Rule's page, My Car Shop, to punch a few holes around the rim of the can so the paint can drain back out and doesn't just sit there. It's kind of sloshed out now. I was mixing it with a paddle, trying to get the solids mixed up in it good before we mixed it to paint. Also, he said put a little dam of tape around the top of the side you're going to be pouring out of in order to keep the paint from running down the label of the can, which is also a really good idea. And another person that I know that's helped me do some paint work in the past says to pour off of this side of the can and not down the label side. You can't even see what I'm pointing at, can you? Not to pour the off of this side of the can so you don't get paint on your label, so you can still read the instructions. Might also be a good idea this day and age, if it's a paint that you're only going to use once or twice, to you know, take a picture of the label with your camera. You know, so I'm gonna get some mixed up, get the gun set up. I did buy the 2 gun kit from Harbor Freight. I wanted to get an inexpensive gun, their cheap gun, the $16, $14, $10 gun, whatever it is. Actually has a 1.4 tip. This says it needs 1.7 tip, and the kit comes with a 1.4 and a 1.7. So if you have the Harbor Freight, what is it called, the membership club for Harbor Freight, it was $10 off this month. So it's $39 for this gun and the touch-up gun and 2 tips. So, you know, now I got a couple of extra guns, which is cool. Eventually I'm probably going to buy me a nicer paint gun set up before I get to the point where I'm ready to paint the Ford. But anyway, let's mix some paint and shoot some paint. Okay guys, that went. It didn't go quite like I wanted it to. It seemed like the gun was, I was having trouble getting enough paint out of the gun. The sides of the car seemed like they flowed in pretty good. The top, however, went on kind of dry. Y'all can see that. I mean, it's dry enough to touch now. So I've got about a half a gallon of paint, a half a gallon of primer left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me see. I've got to get a different camera, guys. That is as far out as I can zoom. So it's black. So what I'm going to do is later on this week I'm going to get a little bit of white, probably like a matte white or a flat white paint, and shoot a guide coat over the car. I'll probably go on and knock those little beads off of the top, put a guide coat on and block it out. So I got another half a gallon. So if I need to prime it again, which I probably will, I went ahead and stopped. I wanted to get 3 coats on the car. I only got 3 coats on the driver's side because I ran out and I didn't want to mix anymore. You know, just to finish out the passenger side. I got part of the front door, and you know, so we'll hit that side again. But what I want to do is give this a few days to shrink, to dry out. Maybe even Thursday or Friday come in here and block it down, and just see what it looks like. And if it looks good, try to figure out what was going on. I think I figured out why I was starving the paint out of it. May have been I had put the little strainer in the bottom of the cup, and it may have been having a tough time getting the paint through that strainer is all I can figure. Like I said, it's got the 1.8 tip. It is a Harbor Freight gun, so you know, I know I've seen, you know, on Bad Chad's channel, he's sprayed it out of the 1.4, so I assumed with the right tip it ought to flow fine. But, and the paint needle was turned all the way up with, you know, maximum flow on the needle. So a clean monkey, a dirty monkey, a clean monkey, a dirty monkey. All right, guys, I'm gonna go on and throw this in on the, man, I got paint everywhere. Or primer. I'm gonna throw this in on this week's update. It was just lather, rinse, and repeat, as Mike would say. Y'all go check out my car shop. Go check out Mike Rule at my car shop. I'll leave the link down in the description. I came out here this morning and I blocked the car down, and I've laid down another coat of primer. It did a whole lot better. I took that little screen out of the bottom of the gun. That seemed to help some. It was still a little thick, so I added about a little splash of urethane reducer, and it seemed to do really well. I still got some dry, and I'm thinking what it is where I got too far away and it's drying before it hits the car. But if you hold it really close, like within 6 inches, it lays down really nice. So so like I said, yeah, there it is. It just needs to be blocked down, and I think it's probably good to paint after we block it down. I've got to strip down the bumpers. I'm gonna strip down the bumpers and strip down the ground effects on it, and I should have enough primer left to do that. I think I need an adhesion promoter to go on the bumpers. If y'all know, ever painted any plastic bumpers, let me know. The last time I painted this car, we just scuffed it down and shot it. So I am filthy. I'm gonna get a shower and I'm gonna get me another cup of coffee because it's still kind of early in the morning. I got it here and got Industrious. So I may get Industrious a little later today and get started on that project for the second channel. I don't know. I still got several videos. I can't keep up with you guys. I cannot watch all your videos. Anyway, like and subscribe. Y'all come back and I'll see y'all later.